So it's Friday morning and it's the end of the first week of December, and this is day number 5 of the 12 Days of Takeover. Now today and tomorrow is massively busy for us at Takeover because we've got 2 outside broadcasts to contend with. Now outside broadcasts, sometimes when you're in my position as children's producer, are an absolute nightmare to deal with, because like with Kev as well, we're running around doing everything, making sure all the wires are plugged in, making sure the levels are right, making sure we can be heard back at the studio, and just sometimes it's not enjoyable. But this time last year we'd never done an outside broadcast using our broadcast and achieve crew and the young participants, whereas this year we've done a lot more of it. So I'm going to choose my 5 favourite or 5 most memorable outside broadcasts with the broadcast and achieve crew from this year in a segment which I've cheekily entitled 5 Golden OBs. Brackets, working title, close brackets. So what we'll do, we'll go in reverse order. So number 5 is the half-term tour week back in February. So this was the first time we'd ever taken broadcast and achieve crew out to do outside broadcasts. On the Monday we spent loads of time doing a bit of prep work in the training room, showing them how to set up a broadcast, that sort of thing, and that went really well. And on the Tuesday we went to the Mansfield Museum. Now with that one being the first one, that's not on my favourites because the stress levels in that were just ridiculously high. But the day after we went to no, it wasn't the day after, it was actually the Thursday. We had 2 scheduled in for the Thursday, so there's positives and negatives on this one. But at number 5 on my list was the first time that we went to the Making It Discovery Centre in Mansfield. The staff were really helpful, it was a really good day, there were loads of activities. Even though we were only there for 2 hours, it went by really quickly, and once we got set up and got over the initial hiccup of the technical stuff, broadcast was really good. The studio setup that we had was fantastic. It felt like we were actually in a studio rather than just in a random place. All the participants felt comfortable with it, and that was the first broadcast where we felt as staff that the broadcast and achieve crew really did put in all their efforts and were able and capable of doing all the outside broadcasts. Just a really good day at making it the first time, and it was enjoyable. Number 4 on the list is going to be one of the ones that we did in the summer. Yeah, it was the one where we went to the Asylum skate park. Now, usually there's a bit of a story to this, and I'll come back to this. This will happen later on. So usually when we go, the idea of going out in summer was to kind of do activities that teenagers could engage with, which is why we obviously took the broadcast and achieve crew. I didn't know what to expect from the Asylum skate park. I'd never been there before, but it was a massive indoor industrial unit that had been converted into a really nice skate park. Again, the staff were lovely, and sometimes when you go to an outside broadcast, you're there to promote the business, and the staff sometimes are just like, there's your power socket, there's your table, on you go and get on with it. And if ever you want anything, sometimes they're not that eager to come forward. Whereas at the Asylum, we had Emily, we had Ant, we had Nathan, all on BMXers learning different tricks. The staff spent time with them to teach them these tricks. It was just a really good, enjoyable afternoon and fun to watch them. And actually, I think John put together a video afterwards of the afternoon, so I'll make sure I'll put that after. I'll put a link to that about there. Yeah, it was just really good. It was just a really nice day out. Number 3 in the list is the Purple Frog Skate Shop. There's a theme developing here, isn't there? So Purple Frog is just around the corner from us in Sutton. It's just over the road, and it was the final broadcast we did of the week. Now it wasn't one that I'd initially set up. I was looking for more bigger businesses. Something that I thought the participants would have a massive interest in. Whereas skating, I knew that none of the participants really had a keen interest in it. However, when we went there, the guys at Purple Frog, they were really friendly, really helpful, and set us up in their office, and we pretty much had the whole shop to ourselves. And we spent the morning, we just did a morning broadcast, being taught how to skate, use a skateboard, and get involved with all the different activities. And because it was the end of the week, I stupidly said to the participants that because they'd done so well, I would have a go at skateboarding. Now, they all did it before me, and they was all finally dropped off this little, I don't know what the technical term is because I forgot, they dropped off this board and did these like little drop-ins and skated off, and it was all fine. And I got to the top and for some reason just froze, and it was only literally 3 feet off the ground. It wasn't a massive drop, it was there to there pretty much, and about there to there. And I just couldn't do it. I kept standing on it, I couldn't make myself do it. It was just a great day, and eventually I took the courage to do it. And I always remember I had a headset on. I had the headset on and had the mic pack on my belt. And as I went, I knew I was going to fall, so I had to twist so I didn't break the mic pack. I landed smack on my backside. I've probably still got a bruise there now, to be fair. It was hilarious. All the kids were filming it, and no doubt those videos will re-emerge at some time. So that one's at number 3 on my list. Number 2 on my list is, it was just a one-off one that we did. We did a community event for the Leamington community group. Just before summer, they was having they'd had a park rebuilt, so they was having an opening of that, and it was a cold morning, and the weather got better as it went on. And we were providing the music and the PA and everything for it, and we took the trailer down, and we had Cam, who was on crutches, bless him at the time, with Ant, and we had Nathan as well. And it was a really good, entertaining morning. It was, for some reason, we just had a really good laugh, and there was a sports store there. So what we did was we had a little sports race. So it was me versus Ant versus Nathan, doing these little like school sports. So there was the sack race, there was the egg and spoon race, it was welly throwing and stuff like that, and it was just a really good day out. And it was nice to see that, it was nice for the community to see how good and how well the Broadcast and Achieve crew had come on, because all the events we'd done in the past up to that point had all been inside, so there wasn't much public involvement. They were all from inside of a business. The public couldn't really see us. They knew we were there, but they couldn't really see us and get involved with us, whereas this time they couldn't. It was really good for the guys to learn about having to set up for a choir and having to set up for different things that they weren't putting out on the radio and as a PA, and it just made a really good day. Actually, it just made a really good day. Number 1 is always going to be, I don't think anything's going to ever beat this, is going to be our trip to Skegness at the end of summer. Why? Well, it just summed up that whole summer scheme for me. August Almighty was one thing which we'd done the half-term tour, we'd done Easter Extra, and I wasn't sure where to go with it next. And by doing this thing in August, I was surprised by how many people took it up, and pleased as well. And in the end, the guys just put in so much effort, so much dedication over the course of that summer, which just made me so proud as a children's producer. And to be able to finish it off by going to Skegness, even if it wasn't for a broadcast, just for a day out, would have been fantastic in itself. But so much which you guys don't know about went into sorting that Skegness thing out. I had licensing forms to fill out, I had health and safety forms to fill out, I was on the phone 24/7 to people trying to sort it out. And even when we got there, at the start it was going to be a bit of a nightmare day actually, because we got there, we was late because of the traffic, and when we got there we'd been promised a generator and a power source. There was nobody there to meet us there was no generator or power source, so we had to go and find it ourselves, which I'm used to as a football commentator. Just read all my blogs on the Mansfield Matters website and you'll understand why. But we got there, we was going to set up outside this one place, and then one of the store holders says, "No, you can't stay there, you're going to be blocking my vision," and it was just an absolute nightmare. But we ended up going round to one of the outlets on the very corner where the beach was, and they said we could have a power source, and they sorted it all out, and we ended up being set up on this concrete pad which looked out over the beach. The sun was shining, it was a really warm day. It was slow at first because there weren't many people on the beach, but by 11, 12 o'clock people started to come down to the beach. We had the music blaring out, it could be heard at the other end of the beach. We had kids getting involved in doing dances and playing silly little games on the beach. It was just a fantastic day, and just the skills that the Broadcast and Achieve crew had on that day were top notch, and I'm so proud of everything that they've done for over the course of the summer and over the course so far as well. And that day on Skegness Beach just really did sum it up. They didn't want to leave, I didn't want to leave. We all had a chat at the end of it, it got quite emotional, and it was just a fantastic day, and I hope it's something that'll stay with them for a long time, because it's certainly something that will stay with me for a long time. And fingers crossed we can do it again in the future. So there you go. At number 5, the first time we went to Making It. At number 4, we've got the Asylum Skate Park. At number 3, we've got Purple Frog Skate Park, where I fell on my backside and still got a bruise to prove it. At number 2, we've got the one on Leamington, and at number 1, we've got Skegness. Who knows what today will bring? We're going to be at Kirkby's Festival Hall tonight from 4 until 8 PM. There's an indoor Christmas market there whilst the Christmas lights happen further down the road on the marketplace. We're going to be in the festival hall providing the PA for and the music and the entertainment for the Christmas market, and we'll also be sending street reporters down to go and talk about the Christmas lights switch on as well. So it should be a good night, and we hope to see you all down there as well. And then tomorrow, it's a Saturday. We don't usually work Saturdays, but this is what we do, we're getting involved. It's a community thing. We're going to be down on the Sutton Sundial Marketplace, so where the sundial is, for the Sutton Town Centre Christmas light switch on as well. So come down and see us, and that, sadly, will be the last outside broadcast of the year. So it's going to be a really good day. We hope to see you down there, and I hope hopefully the Broadcast and Achieve crew can make it one to remember. So I hope you enjoyed this little video, and we'll see you again on Monday for day 6.